Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. I need to turn the volume up a little bit. Hello. I'm here. I'm going to be ordering breakfast eventually.
Yes, girl.
Yes. How are you? Hello, Lillian.
I do have coffee. It may not be a latte, but it's a coffee.
Do you know what? I don't even drink lattes. Don't even drink them myself.
To be fair, I probably shouldn't have as much coffee as what I do. But
Oh, are you a coffee drinker?
I'm a coffee fiend. I'm not even going to try and deny it. I blame my dad. It's like it's now. Yeah, I have an addiction. But we'll stop there with my addictions. Hi, Lillian.
Hi, Camille. My first time meeting you.
Morning.
Hi, Marcia.
Good morning.
Why are you recording this?
Yeah, we're going to start recording them and share clips. So only share what you're comfortable with and build up a new Ladies Who Latte page. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll try to do something different now.
Take it up another level.
Yeah, 7 years, you've got to do a little
the sound bites as well. There could be some gems.
That's what we're hoping for. So that's what we're hoping for. Yeah, to get a different, because I don't think the physical events are going to be as productive going forward. So far, we're 6 months into testing how it is going back, and it's definitely our restaurants changed. Where Brigade no longer opens up on Mondays or Tuesdays, and we're now in the Hilton, and I'm in one of the restaurants at the back. I think it's like I believe it's called 1751.
Looks great though. Fantastic backdrop. I mean, you look fabulous.
Oh, thank you. It's very lovely. It is lovely. So I'm testing this out today. So we're on tour to see, in the next couple of events, we'll tour different venues, see what suits us. So far, the staff are lovely. Yeah.
See how it is going forward.
It's like we've only got three women booked to physically turn up. So we'll see.
Unless you have a theme. I mean, this is my first attendance.
Oh, okay. Theme is women in business. We always we do a little elevator pitch. I'll give it till 10 minutes to make sure everybody comes, and then that's it for the room. I think there's 7 women booked online and 3 women booked physically. So because we were seeing people still kind of wanted to do both, we're testing out both themes to see what works, both platforms to see what works. But by July, it's like, we'll see what the survey says and decide what way to go forward.
I mean, I think it sometimes depends. If you're being quite specific or targeted, or there's something that collectively you want to create or do, I think physical is the one, because I enjoy this. But for instance, I know, Marcia, if me and you were working on a particular project, I don't need, let's see each other in person and get some work done. Whereas the online, I'm quite...
So Lillian is one of our favorite attendees. Yeah.
I like that.
Definitely 6 out of the 12 months or 11 months. You definitely you show up, you network, we bond, and you've seen this. Like I was thinking I think it was in December when was it this? No, November. was it, last month, where we had a lot of women turn up and they were like, oh, we're so glad you do this. And I was like, oh, okay, online is working.
It could have been last month because I didn't make last month's one. Can't
No,
remember
you were
why.
definitely there. You were definitely there. It must
Was
be,
I there?
yeah, it must be the November one then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. There was a point where the women were saying, oh yeah, keep it going, keep it going.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, we're still doing our survey. We're testing out and trialing out. But all right, 8 minutes to go, 8 minutes past. What I'm thinking, making sure nobody else is, I've tried to make it automatically, everybody just, instead of me having to look at the participants, automatic things to make life easier.
You don't have to open the door, basically. They can just come through.
And the pattern always is, if say like 10 people register, 5 turn up. So 7 people's registered. So I'm expecting maybe a half a person to turn up. One lady said she's going to turn up late. So that has been the theme of Ladies Who Latte from conception. 7 years without fail, we'll have someone turn up between 10 and 11:30. And I kind of get disappointed when it don't happen anymore, but it standardly does. It keeps the theme, it keeps the energy. So, right.
Well, some of us come early and then we have to go, like I have to go at 10:30 today.
Yes,
that's fine.
So we dip in and out, which is for me, it's good, the flexibility, because a friend invited me to one, there's a new one called 1N. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's a spin-off from 4N, 4 Network, and they're trialing different styles of their 4N. So they've got a 3N apparently and a 2N, and it's all about the different styles of networking. And this meeting was 90 minutes, and I'm not one for long meetings at all, and I just wasn't feeling it at all. I just was like, so my friend, when she said to me, she says, okay, Lillian, so how did you find it? I can imagine how you found it, but just let me know. Because she knows what I'm like. She knew instantly. I said to her, it's too long for me. I can't just sit there,
How long is it?
90 minutes, an hour and a half. Yeah, even though we had breakout rooms, they had a section where someone was doing some training. And it's, for me, I have to, that's why I venture in a different little networks to see what actually I can bond with. Because for some of them, the jokes are just dry, and I'm just like, I've got things to be getting on with, So when they come with their little dry jokes and stuff, and I'm just like, oh God, forgive me. So yeah. So I like the flexibility of Ladies Who Latte.
Networking. I can't remember what company it's called, but there's like a very false. You have to give them referrals. You have to make sure you're not in the same category. Oh yeah. So
that was this one. The same with this one. It's only one person per group of that sector. Plus, at the end, you have to come with certain number of referrals. You have to do this, you have to do that. Plus it's this amount each year. So I said to my friend, I said, it's a job in itself. I said, when they were going on about that, I was like, what? I said, no, it's not for me.
So for her, Camille's first time, this is about ladies who network. Women in business, or women who wanted to be in business, or women in certain projects. And we find that we say what we do initially, then we ask a question in the room, and we support and share each other when we answer the question in the room. That's basically what we do. Yeah. So, Lillian's our house favorite. You go first today.
Hi, Camille. My name is Lillian Latte, and I am a wellness coach and consultant. Been in the health wellness industry for over 20 years, and I focus on helping professional business women to reduce stress, regain calm and energy, and prevent burnout. And I do this in a number of ways. One way is through my pause and breathe method. I run two free sessions every Wednesday on pause and breathe, where us women gather together and we just relax, we pause, we breathe, de-stress, calm, energy, everything that just helps you to be in a better place. In the daytime, that's at 12 noon. And then at 8 p.m., we gather and we unwind from the day, and we settle down and reduce all the stress and everything off our day, off our body, and lull ourselves into wonderful sleep. And that's at 8 p.m. in the evening on Wednesdays. So that's what I do in a nutshell.
Sounds amazing.
Thank you, Gillian. And
You're welcome.
Where do you do your pause and breathe? Is this
On
online
Zoom.
or input on Zoom?
On Zoom, yeah.
Okay. Sounds like I know many people who would appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think coming through 2020, particularly, I think a lot of people were conscious of their health or their well-being. But I think 2020 definitely highlighted, no, you really need to be taking care of your health. And I think also a lot of people I know kind of shifted, even myself, I shifted career. I know quite a few people who've shifted career or choices in their lives, and thinking about oneself and actually being able to meditate or being able to decompress at the end of the day actually is very, very, very important, because if there's no sugar in your bowl, you can't give no sugar to nobody else.
That's it. You don't look sweet, you can't be sweet.
Yeah, so
True.
I'll probably take down your details just to have, because actually, funny enough,
Yes,
even though I'm like saying in person, the fact is I probably haven't done a Ladies Who Latte in person because of my working schedule. So I can't be getting up to no London Bridge when I work in Camden. So the flexibility, I think, coming through 2020, there are a lot of things I jumped on. I'm like, listen, I'm in my house. I have no excuse. Let me at least pop in and see what's happening and what's taking place. So yeah, probably great to take your details. I can let you know what I do.
I'll pop the link in the chat there.
Brilliant, thank you.
That's to the page, so you could get all the details there, and to register if it suits you, or you can send it on to other women who are uber stressed and overwhelmed and burnt out.
Definitely. Well, that's what I kind of do. I'm a bit of a networker and promoter of what people do. My background really is in alternative education. So I love young people, and I specialize in using arts and culture as a tool. So I've done that for many, many years of my life. I was deputy head at WAC Arts College that was based in Camden, a very inspirational institution. However, a change of management and an evil witch from the east literally has destroyed something that took 40 years to build up. I could no longer be a part of that. So I now work for Brent, and I have a very long-winded job title. Every single time I do instruction, I'm like, just prepare yourself. But I am Brent's local cultural education partnership manager, which essentially means that I'm a sexy networker. That what I do is I work with the schools, I work with the arts organisations, I work with local companies, and essentially my job is to promote arts and culture to every young person in Brent, to try and ensure that they have pathways into the creative industries, that they are exposed to arts and culture. So whether or not that's free instrument tuition, whether that's artists in residence, an assembly talk, or I get people to do panels in colleges and secondary schools, or just introduce people in Brent to other people in Brent, because we've got like Mahogany Arts, which is carnival arts. They do amazing work. Some people are like, oh my God, we have carnival arts in our borough. I'm like, oh my God, you don't know that Mahogany Arts is here. Or we've got like Young Brent Foundation who give funding, who provide projects. And I was even supporting a school. A school had said, listen, we're working with some young African Caribbean boys on a Saturday. They're all doing like a Saturday school. They're all doing like extra exam papers. Camille, can you help us like reward these 20 kids? I'm like, okay, I don't know if I can find 20 tickets, but let me just do some research. So I then spoke to Chris at Young Brent Foundation. They have a pot of money, $3,000 to do out of school activities, even though it's late, but they can apply for £500. So through just networking, hopefully those young people who've been going to school every single Saturday and they'll get a pot of £500 to reward them. But again, the fact that the school didn't know that Young Brent Foundation was in their borough, That is my job. My job is to promote everything that is positive, everything that's about arts and culture, and everything that's about uplifting young people. That is what I do. And that's also why I've connected with Marcia on so many different levels, because we're just about our community and young people. That is me.
That sounds amazing. And like you say, the positivity of that in connecting young people to arts and culture, you know, it gives them hope. It gives them something positive to focus on in a world that just seems like mayhem sometimes. And also for those who are not academically minded, but they can move into the creativity side of things and realize that they can make something of their lives through creativity and through, you know, doing arts, which most love doing, you know. That really sounds amazing.
Is because the creative industries bring billions into the UK. That they actually do. And you're right, not everyone will go down an academic route. So why should you not find out about set design or lighting or illustration? You could have a kid who doodles in the back of a classroom. Turn that doodling into a career. Like you can become like in terms of illustration, but also again coming through 2020, it's about creative thinking. I'm not saying that because you play the piano or you had a great artist come into your school that you're suddenly going to become an artist. I think it's about opening up one's mind to critical thinking, to diverse thinking. Because again, 2020 showed us you better learn how to think on your feet. You better learn how to diversify what you're doing. And if we don't teach our young people, I think, critical, creative ways to do things, then, excuse my language, Peggy, because you've only just met me, you're fucked. Yes. So for me, that's why the arts are important. The arts also just bring out, again, a different side, I think, of your person. I think everybody should learn the arts or be involved, regardless whether you become a lawyer, a doctor, like it. The arts, I think, just enrich your life. And also being able to play. Like, I think adults get a bit stiff. Like,
exactly.
Like, just jam. Like, we have people who could be in a kitchen and jam with pots, like have fun with life and expression. So that's what I'm about.
Excellent. Marcia, you're muted.
No. Oh, this computer is so clever. It let me know while you're talking, it's muted. Just letting me know. Thank you. Welcome, Peggy. You came in.
Welcome, Peggy.
Thank you. Sorry, a bit late.
Camille, don't worry, don't apologize. You just missed me saying that Ladies Who Latte isn't Ladies Who Latte if someone is not late. It doesn't make no worries. We had Lillian do an elevator pitch and we had Camille do a extremely impactful, creative, telling us what her long job title is, but it's amazing role. No, like, as you're saying it, I wish it was Pan London or Plan.
But in Lambeth has every single borough. Okay, so if you just call it a SEP, which is a cultural education partnership, Lambeth has a SEP. City of London has a SEP. Hammersmith has a SEP.
You know these ones?
If you want me to send you the Lambeth one.
No, the Southwark one.
I'll check if there's Southwark. I'll check as south as I can get, but each of them are slightly different because I'm based in the council. Some, like for instance, the Hammersmith one is based in the Lyric. Some are, their models are slightly different depending on the funding and who has the role, etc. But most boroughs should have a me in their borough, and how they operate is different. But I'll let you know, because again, promoting what you guys do in whatever borough you are, the SEP should know.
Well, we definitely need to connect more. So for Peggy, what we do is we give an elevator pitch and then we ask a question in the room. Do you know what I'll do? No, if Lillian can give you a quick overview of what she does and Camille do the same, and then you can do the elevator pitch.
Okay.
Yeah, and after that we'll do a question in the room. Okay.
I think I've met Peggy before in another meeting. I don't know where.
Yeah. Maybe it's the Latte, another.
Yeah. So I'm a wellness coach and consultant, and I help professional business women to reduce stress, regain calm and energy, and prevent burnout using my pause and breathe method every Wednesday, two free sessions on Zoom to de-stress, regain calm and energy, and in the evening to switch off, unwind, and lull into peaceful quality sleep. That's me in a nutshell.
Okay.
And I can vouch, it's amazing. It's amazing.
She can. Her and her team joined a few times, and yeah.
While we're in the office, we're like, breathe.
Oh. Yeah, I can see that. Very calm. Lillian, you've got very calm
Very
energy.
positive.
Thank you.
If Camille can give an overview for Peggy, and then the next.
I'm not very good at nutshells. Yeah, so but in the long run, my job is Brent's local cultural education partnership manager. My job essentially is to bring as much arts and culture to all of the young people in Brent, whether or not it's an assembly talk to pathways into the creative industries.
Yay.
Peggy, if you give an overview too.
So I am related to your industry because I'm a photographer. So I am a brand photographer, but I'm specialized in storytelling images rather than those usual headshot, corporate headshot type of photos. So I help mainly women, business owners, to be the face of the business and to connect with their clients online using professional images that tells their stories. So that's me in a nutshell.
Nice.
Interesting. So could you give an example of what would a story look like in pictures of a woman?
Yeah. So it's mainly story. If you think of like it's a scene based. So I don't really do a lot of posy, deliberate pose images. It's usually the person in action doing something, and I'll shoot around that kind of,
Hey.
Interesting. I'd love your details, please.
Yes, please. If you can put the details in the chat, or otherwise I can send an email with the list of everybody's details. It's up to you.
Okay, I'll put it in the chat.
I'll give an overview. Both Camille and Lillian do know me from running this for the last 7 years, but my name's Marcia Brock. Been running Ladies Who Latte with my co-host Serena, who's not here today, for the last 7 years. And we've usually been at a building called Brigade, and we're now on tour in London Bridge because our Brigade building, because of lockdown, now don't open up on a Tuesday anymore. They open up from Wednesday to Friday. So it's given us the opportunity in this 7th year to finally tour this area and see what other restaurants are like. My background is we run a project management company, me and Serena together, and we also do other projects apart. My background is IT and Cisco networking, and I do a lot of community projects. And over the last 16 years, where we finally counted, there is 3,600 plus projects that we've been a part of, from IT, media, art, community, fun engagements with children. And I have 2 main companies, and one's a children's charity that I started. I think this is 16 years as well, 16 years ago with my daughters, and we help children aged 2 to 18 have fun and creative projects and workshops. So yeah, it's a lot of different things that we do. I was trying to ask my network about a week ago, what's my niche? And I was like, Mars, you do everything. It's really hard. So yeah, I do whatever it is needed to make it work. And I'm a 5-time cancer survivor and live with a condition called lupus and EDS. And we raise awareness for all of that. And I'm an author because of it. So it was a bit shocking for people. So I wrote a book about it. Yeah.
You've done well, dear.
Because I need some in-action photos done. So definitely take your details, Peggy. And I know that you messaged on Facebook. But for some reason, it's not letting me message back in the Ladies Who Latte group. No clue why. I have to investigate and find out why. But yeah, I was trying to message.
Is there a London Bridge Ladies Who Latte group?
Yeah, it's rubbish. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Very rarely used. Run by admin, and they've got all these settings that they don't realize is blocking people. So it's it's very frustrating.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do it. That's
Okay.
why we're filming stuff and doing an Instagram page. I'll probably take that part out as a soundbite.
Yes, do that.
But they need the feedback because a lot of people are struggling and they're just not getting it at all. But yeah, London. I like Ladies Who Latte because it's a free way for women to network without any pressure, and really, like, we always ask a question in a room. Today I'm going to ask a question. You're free to answer or free to ask your own question as well. Like, how is people networking the best way going forward since this pandemic? Because we've been trialing both, we're physical and online. And yeah, it's half, we're 6 months in testing and it's really still 50-50. So yeah, it's like, what's your preference for networking now?
I personally prefer virtual if possible because it saves my travel time a lot. Because I have a child, so I have to all to do the school run and everything. So if I go out for a day for networking, just even for lunchtime, it just takes me the whole day basically. Yeah,
I get that.
I'm still going to go with 50-50. I mean, so for instance, I completely agree with you, Peggy, that really I'm supposed to be on another work meeting in 1 minute, but I'll be late 10 minutes. Yeah. But in terms of actually traveling or getting to different things or being able to juggle one's diary, having stuff online means that you can actually be at multiple places and reduce your travel time. And I get being a mother and I get being a busy woman. For instance, like on Saturday, I actually went to a panel. There was like a panel of inspirational different radio DJs from my area in Brent. It's like a part of their legacy program. So I'm glad that I physically went to that because it meant that all of the people who were on the stage then got off the stage and then you could network directly. Also by speaking to the organ, and it wasn't like loads of people because I get some people are a bit still weird about big numbers. There probably no more than about 60 people in the whole place, but that still was a vibe. Trust me, it was a vibe. But it meant that I could then network separately from the event and actually have like some one-to-one, which I love that kind of personable interaction even more sometimes than online. But I really appreciate both platforms and they both have their uses. And yeah, I'm still 50-50. I'm old school. I still have records in my house. Like, sorry.
For me, yeah, I think mainly when it comes to networking, for me, it's online. Because again, because of the time aspects, if like somewhere, if it's central London, going to meet in central London, I know I have to take a day out. You know, I can't schedule anything else in because of time traveling in, time traveling out, as well as time there in the actual meeting as well. So whereas now I can dip in and out and still get a quality of the meeting as well and networking with people. Yeah, I prefer online. Although I would appreciate like once in a while, like maybe every few months, a meetup, you know, not like an official networking meet, but just like a meetup, because it's good to still see people in the physical as well. But again, like what Camille is saying, I'm still funny about large numbers, large gatherings. I'm not in any hurry to go out and, you know, congregate with lots of people. Even when I go shopping, I'm in and out quickly. And that's just how I am. I think I've always been that way anyway. So it's not just because of the pandemic. I just don't like lots of people, being around lots of people. So yeah, small intimate numbers in gatherings, I'm cool with, but preferably online.
Okay, so yeah, when the pandemic hit, I was like, hello people, welcome to my world. Like, I'm used to living with like hidden conditions and the previous cancers. When I'm going through different treatments, everybody was cleaning and having distance and aware of their germs, and I was like, yeah. This is what it was normal. But I do appreciate physical networking, because I'm still a hugger, and I like to get that feeling and energy. And I completely love online networking, because that's my actual background. Cisco networking, making computers talk, making sure the internet works. And I'm happy. I was literally overjoyed when the lockdown happened. I really was. I was like, yes, everybody went online, yes. Like, I've been using this for years. Like, there's a platform we used to use for business meetings called Uvu. It's years and years and years and then years old. And we've been networking like this for charity meetings, for project meetings. So I was like, welcome everybody. Welcome to the real world.
You know what I found funny though is also sometimes when you do a lot of online, so working for Brent, I'm on a lot of team meetings and there's a lot of people online, and then you're like, when you meet someone in person, like, have I met you? Like, because I'm only seeing your shoulders, okay? So I'm only seeing this part of your body. You might have a different background going on, like. So when I see them,
my goodness.
we have met, haven't we? Okay. Because it's like, I need to see some of the person in person just to actually confirm that we've met. Like, seriously.
Yeah, that is so true, because yesterday I met up in person the first time with a lady, which I've always met online. And she actually looks smaller than she is on video. It's like, yeah.
Becky, I really like your background. It's lovely. I do like the background.
It's not
very
real,
nice.
obviously. It's a virtual one.
She's latteing. She was like, listen, Marcia needs to be somewhere fancy. I need to be somewhere fancy too. Because I was like, oh, girl. I was like, is that your office?
Is there any other questions in the room, ladies?
Oh yeah, you asked me, Marcia, about menopause and breathe.
Oh.
Or is that a separate conversation?
Talk about men for a minute.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. I can hear you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wanted to ask me about menopause and breathe.
Yeah.
What was your question?
The question is there any special time for them to come? Because I've got a large group, I'll happily share it with them. And I know we benefit from it, so to see if they can too.
Okay, so the Wednesdays is strictly for women. So the men's are separate. So if they wanted one on a regular basis, then we'd have to see how we would schedule that in. But if they wanted a one-off, then that's free. But if they wanted one going forwards, like every week or something, then we'd be looking at payment for that. Because my dedication is solely towards women, so.
Well, send the details. I can send it out to the group. Send your contact form so you can engage what they respond with. Take it from there. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No worries.
Cool.
And Camille, but what kind of projects are you working on at the moment? We have 7 minutes left. We're going to be finishing a bit early, just because I'm going to take a break to go for my 11 o'clock physical networking, because Serena's not here today. So I could have normally dropped off a bit, given myself a...
You're struggling. I think for me, what's going to be really interesting, and I'll try and come along obviously to the next one, but what I'm kind of looking at really is consultancy work. Because what I'm doing right now is obviously speaking. I do a lot of work with a New Direction, who are Arts Council. They actually match fund my role. But obviously I'm working with like people like the Tate and the Old Vic, as much as it's organizations in Brent, but I only work 4 days a week. So part of me feels like I'm quite old now. I might not look it, but I'm getting old, yeah. So I've got people like, Camille, come do some mentoring. I'm like, I ain't got time to do mentoring. I mean, I do mentoring. I actually mentor 2 young adults right now. But really, now it's consultancies where I'm at. So if you have an alternative education program, if you want to know how to embed arts and culture, if you want some different training or how to set up your business. So for me, I'm looking at additional streams of income that can enrich what I'm doing, enrich my portfolio, but hopefully my skills can enrich what someone else is doing. So I've gone up to like Bedford and helped my friend do like a Youth Voices, get her project underway, helped with like risk assessments or how just to put the program together or funding and what have you. I'm doing like some research project with another colleague of mine, looking into how the arts have enriched young people's lives as they're now young adults. So I'm doing a range of different things, but that's what I'm really trying to do, is broaden my consultancy work, if not through the mayor's office. Like I want people who I can say, this is my daily rate, and they don't flinch. They're like, yeah, fine, come. Like, that's where I'm, that's a little bit where I'm at, is enriching other people's projects.
Do you go to the peer outreach group in City Hall? Do they still do their meetups? I'm sure they do.
That's what I'm trying. I've got City Hall. So a friend of mine said, try City Hall, try New Direction, and then try like the associates of something or other. But I don't know where at City Hall I should be trying.
Oh, okay. All right. I will copy you in the email to the peer outreach group, and we can. Oh, Amanda's coming. We've got 4 minutes to go. What was I going to say? Yeah, the team. I'm sure Rebecca still leads it, but I think there's a few other people that's managing the peer outreach.
I think it's changed, because I sometimes have different ex-students who sometimes are at City Hall doing outreach work, but it's who's the key person. But yeah, it's that kind of thing.
It's Rebecca. I forgot her surname, but I will copy you into an email and send that to you.
I'd really appreciate that.
No,
and that's how it is for all of us, is how we also put everyone else's jobs out there and promote each other's work.
Well, definitely all send me your details through email. I will send a group email back to everybody so we know what they're doing. Amanda's come on, but we only have 4 minutes left. I'm really sorry, Mand. And Amanda, another side of me is that I teach yoga, and I teach how to heal with breathing and how to heal with music as well. And I think I'm kind of qualified now, 5-time cancer survivor. And Amanda's doing her launch retreat, and she's booked me as a yoga teacher.
I didn't know you did all of that as well, Marcia.
I do.
Girl, why are you hiding this stuff?
It's because I didn't want to be too overwhelming, because all of the things I do and all of the projects, I find it can be a bit overwhelming sometimes. So I'm shifting from June, I'll shift into yoga mode, focused. Yeah, so people will start to know. But in September, Amanda, who's just joined us, is doing a soul
care retreat.
A soul care retreat. It's targeted for women over 40. I think if you're like in your 30s, you can slide through, but targeted for women in their 30s, a beautiful Berkshire property farm that we're going to, kind of like country, sort of lots of space that we're going to. And I'll give Amanda the table just to tell us what you do, but it's going to be finishing in a few minutes, okay?
And if she could put her details quickly in the chat as well.
Yes.
I will be. Good morning, everyone. It's nice to meet you. I'm so sorry I'm late. I actually thought the online one was at 11 and the in-person one was at 10, so I'm really sorry. But as Marcy said, Amanda, and I've known Marcy for a number of years now. Lovely person. And yes, she's going to be doing the yoga at my retreat in September. The theme for the retreat is soul care, so it'll be meditation, yoga, we've got massage, facial, the walk in nature, lots of different activities. There are 22 women going, however, there is just one space left now. So yeah, it has gone really well. I've actually started a waiting list for anyone that, didn't get to come, and so you can join the next one. But I will put my details in the chat, and yeah, reach out to me by email, WhatsApp, if you have any questions. And nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Lillian will I'll send Mandy all your details as well. I'm interested in what Peggy does. I love always what Camille does, and I actually actively do what Lillian does. So it's been lovely. It's been lovely networking with you ladies.
Yes.
Oh. I normally take screenshots, but I don't need to because we're recording now. So yes.
Get our good side.
Yeah, exactly. So I will use this image along with whatever image I take today for our next Ladies Who Latte, and I look forward to speaking to you outside of here. Yeah?
Yes. Thank you. Nice meeting you, ladies.
Nice to meet you all.
Bye-bye.